Hello, and welcome to episode 8 of Salt Plays Sunless Sea. Last episode, I got a new ship. I have a better ship. It holds the same amount of things, but it has a more hull and more quarters, and a little bit more iron as well. I feel like I am really starting to get a hold on this game, if you know what I mean. So that's exciting. Always nice to get to the point where you feel like you're sort of getting places, doing things. There's a reason that I called the last one in the description. I'm beginning to display some confidence or some competence in this game. Parentheses, bought a better gun, cause it's like that. So really quickly, the things to do here are to go to Nuncio, to... Oh, I forgot to cross that out. I don't need to go to Godfall anymore. I guess I could go a little bit to Godfall with the other thing, but I'm not thinking about that right now. Getting 2 live specimens for the Chapel of Lights, which I feel like I can buy somewhere in London, but it's not important right now. Because I don't have any cargo space, but 2 live specimens for the Chapel of Lights for the Navigator. Gotta go back to the place with the things. What the hell is it called? Polythreme. I was thinking of Pigmode Isle and getting them confused. Anyways, go back to Polythreme to get more clay men to continue the tireless mechanic. I need to get a strange catch for the clattery air. I need to go to Chilinate for the plausible surgeon, who I definitely maxed out the number of pages I can get from him. Yeah. I maxed out the number of pages I can get from him, so I can definitely drop him off at the Chilinate with no problems. Maybe's daughter needs me to go to Wither, Iram, the Chilinate, Port Cornelian, and Naples at the surface. Speaking of Wither, the Admiralty wants me to go to Wither, and the Venturer wants me to get 7 Parabola Linen or 7 Stygian Ivory. Iram or Chilinate or kill monsters. Okay, so I feel like I have a lot of excuses to go find the Chilinate, and I also need to go to Wither. So I'm thinking like all the way north and then across and down like this, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. North all the way to Wither, across here, hopefully across all the way to the final column, and then on south. Oh, hide this. I really need to get a, what are they called, a cook. I should check in. No, I definitely don't have enough echoes now to get that cook, because it costs like 200 echoes or whatever. I really like the little bit of swaying back and forth that the ships do, that suggests, that there's a very slight 3D model to them. It's pretty neat. Just running by here to get a port report. Dust echoes even a sepia tint to the air. These are the waters around the tomb colonies. Yeah. Ooh, 300 echoes, that's a lot. I don't think I have any of the things the first curator wants. No. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's... I could do the last tour, but that would totally change my plan, so I'm not going to. Okay. Gather gossip, get that port report, explore vendor bite. Here, they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. We have found a serpent image. Here, a sailor shouts. There's something nestled in the mossy crook of a gray-leafed tree, a wooden serpent lacquered with black, red, and yellow. Its eyes are garnet flakes. That'd fetch a good price at the bazaar, the sailor observes, but it has a cursy look, points out another. So we can either leave it, perhaps it's cursed, perhaps it's not, but your crew gets superstitious at the drop of a bat. We can take it anyway, which is 100% chance of succeeding. Perhaps you can think of some way to ally their fears, or take it but reward the sailor. Half's half, fair share. If she hadn't seen it, you'd have missed it entirely, which we only have a 30% chance of succeeding at. Interesting. Oh man. I believe very strongly in paying employees, but 50 echo is a lot. 30% chance of success is a lot. And these are just some ones and zeros at the end of it. I'm going to just take it anyway. You recognize it. It's an image of a finger king, a serpent thing that crawls beneath the skin of mirrors. They might be real and they might not, but why take chances? You order the confiscation of all mirrors until journey's end, and explain that it'll keep the ship safe. There is some grumbling from those sailors who like to trim their beards, but the measure reassures most of them. We gained 2 terror, we have an outlandish artifact, and we have 1 times memoirs, Finger King's footsteps. Interesting. Is there anything else to do here? No. Nothing at these shops. Nah, nothing at these shops. Alright. Let's go on to Wither. Gonna gather up the corpses, get myself more food. I'm like low-key tempted to face off one of these lifebergs, but I think I want more health before I do that. boreal reach. Is this snow? Touch it and it puffs to vapor. Your crew huddles close to the warmth of pipe and funnel. Alright. Whither, a chilly city beside a waste of salt. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. I don't have enough contacts, so this is fine, though. I can definitely spend fragments on this. And we'll also gather intelligence. And let's... Oh, yeah. And help Maybe's daughter search for her mother. I don't know why anyone would come here, but she does. Something about questions. The daughter shivers. You know, she asks people about love all the time and writes down the answers in her nasty little book. Love. The daughter's mouth twists. We have an 8% chance of this being the answer. Nothing. I've been asking questions for 3 hours, and every time I ask a question, they reply with a question, and I think I might. Well, I might, but I didn't. I just picked their pockets. I think that's entirely reasonable under the circumstances, don't you? Here's your share. Let's go and look somewhere else. So we've checked out Wither for that, Wither for the Admiralty. So Iram, Chilinate, Port Carnelian, and the surface in Naples are the other places that her mother might be. Let's explore the town. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of gray stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have an irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. An intriguing smell. Who'll try? Who'll buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. The mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. Let's try the shredded jellyfish. I'm sure that this won't be a problem at all. Yep. Force it down. Ugh. You'll regret it later. The jellyfish's venom numbs your tongue and roils your stomach. Failed, gained a terror, lost 2 hunger. That's all, which means there won't be anything else to do here or here. I'm not going to spend money on that because that's way not enough or costs too much money, you know. Okay. Let's swing down to Codex and then up enough to go through all the new squares. That's kind of a waste of fuel. Maybe I won't do that. I do kind of want to find the approach, the one that's at the very northern end of the map. So maybe I will do that. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate, but their gestures are unfamiliar, the meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. Okay, I really did do that. Cool. You know what? Let's swing south far enough to get at least the northernmost of those squares. Keeping a lookout along the bottom of my screen for lifebergs. Ooh, there's a whirlpool. Oh, it's a whirlpool that I've already seen? Ooh. Well, that was almost bad. I misclicked and almost steered directly into the whirlpool. Frost found, vast and chilly, a fortress sieged by questions, answers, and riddles. And the crawling stars, the lookout shouts, far above the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting, a rare and ominous event. What now? I think we know by now. I always record the change and assign a name when I go here. If the new shape seems well omened, your crew may be cheered. Who knows? First officer. Oh, yes. First officer, take that man's name. But they quietened soon enough. We lost one terror. I cannot tell if that was a success or not. I have no idea. Right, frost found. Let's take tea with the squatters at the dock. Some of them wear the robes of Irami riddlefishers. Some look like withern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of these peoples. I'm not gonna read that whole paragraph because I intend to visit a lot of ports, but I got useful shit. And let's also create a port report. And that is it. Keeping lights on. I'm probably going to skip over going north enough to get to the Chapel of Lights because I will have to go through that whole storm that I'm pretty sure is always around the Chapel of Lights. Oh my god, sorry. That is the loud shifting that I muted myself for in the last episode and didn't think of doing until just now. This time around. Anyways, I feel like going to Chapel of Lights is needlessly difficult and it's more worth it to just skip over it. So I've also thought about it, and I'm gonna either go like Palmerston, Polythreme, Cecil across or something like that. Maybe just Shepherd Isles, Polythreme, Cecil across. Yeah, I like that. Just because I do need to go to Polythreme to get those unfinished men. And it's always good to have Scintillac, honestly. Shepherd's Wash, the salty hinterland of London, home to hermits, nuns, and shadowy business. Get this port report. I don't think that talking to these, oh, they do, okay. Tales of the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers are happy to talk about the local sights. Well, sight. A long way from home. You heard of the Pillared Sea, where Irem lies? Wise men from Irem came here, 80 years ago. He planted 3 pillars. They were as big as fingers when I were young. Now they're as you see 'em. In my son's time, they'll be as big as dock cranes. That's all there is to do here. We hear those voices that will not be drowned. This is the Sea of Voices. We are close to Polythreme, where nothing is truly dead. Right, Godfall. Let's go of shouting. Let them tell you about past and present events in the monastery. Again, I've read that before. I kind of want to go quick, so I won't read the whole thing. Avoid the fog, hopefully. Gonna try and get the square that's this other corner of Polythreme that I haven't actually explored yet. Explored is the wrong word. Got the map square of yet. Right, Polythreme. Here is screaming. Let's gather some intelligence and carry some claim to London. Nothing to do here. Should I stop by Cecil? I may as well, I feel like. Can do 3 quick games of chess. The principles of coral. The corpse rainbow glow from beneath the waves echoes the false stars above. I want to keep my light on, but I know there's that eel and the shark. I don't think I'm strong enough to fight either of them yet. I feel like fighting the, monsters is a different kind of difficult than fighting the other ships, if you know what I mean. Alright. let's gather. Ooh, actually, I don't strictly need to gather Scintillac anymore, so let's explore the coral knoll around Port Cecil. Sea laps dark around silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral, a bewildering maze. Go carefully. In amber, some disturbance of the undersea has brought sunken ruins up out of the water, but these stones were lost beneath more than the sea. They are half encased in a smooth, translucent orange substance, like amber. Even as you watch, the ruins groan and shiver. The convulsions that brought them up will soon take them below again. So we can either chip some of the amber away to sell. It's very like the deep amber sold in London, the stuff the squid-faced rubbery men exude. This may be a good haul. Or we can examine the ruins. The amber encasing the ancient stones has cracked under the grinding pressures of the earth. You could scramble in and examine them. I have a 96% chance of succeeding at them. At this, I'm gonna try it. Ooh, of their bones. You squeeze through the fissures in the amber shell to explore the ruins within. The dwellings are low and windowless, thick-walled, flat-roofed, like those in desert countries. Nothing like anything underneath. You find shattered pots, glass beads, and bones, all mired in amber. Something wrong about these bones, one of your sailors mutters uneasily, a seasoned woman with a little surgeon's training. She's right. The shape of the skull is not precisely human. The arm's bones have splayed out like twigs off a branch. Another exclaims he finds the bones of a small animal, coiled together like a knot of serpents. Shapelings, someone hisses. You think that's what they say, but none of your crew will admit to his speaking. There's a rumbling from below. You all scramble desperately for the exits of the amber casing, squeezing through one by one, just in time. The amber snaps shut, and the ruins sink again beneath the waves with a tremendous roar and show of foam. We succeeded. We gained 20 fragments. Let's go. I feel like I have a secret. Let me just check. Oh, I have 2 secrets. Okay, I don't think I can increase pages anymore. So let's... I think I want to increase hearts, just because it's so much lower than everything else. Increase your hearts. The best way to extract a secret is to offer one in return. Exchange. It's a straight trade. One of your best discoveries for one of hers. It's not hard to drive the bargain. She sits back after dinner and tells you this. Most people think that the hard part of surgery is finding what's wrong and taking it out, but any fool could do that. A ship's cook with a cleaver can have that part of the job. The hard part is cutting so that you can sew it all back up again afterwards. And she demonstrates on a shark fin, leaving it in a better condition than it started. Let's do that again. Okay, now that I've done that, not helped my chances at all. Let's gather some intelligence, which is just the same port report as ever, and play, I said 3 games of chess. Succeeded. Okay. One more game. You don't know how long you've been playing. You won a match, another. The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared with blood. Yours, your opponent's. But you have begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the powers of beneath, the flukes and their shapelings, the bazaar that lurks in London, Mount Nomad that prowls the sea, salt, stone, storm. With every move you make, the shape of it becomes clearer in your mind, sharper. Checkmate, you say. One more game? Your first officer is tugging at your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. We got 5 secrets out of that. Yes. And we have proceeded some. An extra move. As you reach the crossroads in Port Cecil, a voice whispers, "Pawn to Bishop 6." A rearing shape the size of a cottage rather like a mitred bishop indeed, stands 6 yards to your right. A crevice in its coral side might be a cave mouth. A stronger silver. You squeeze through the crevice into a narrow space like a stair. Irregular steps lead down. The silver light is strong here, and it grows stronger with each step downwards. The pulse of the principles. Silvery light fills a sea cave, dripping from the walls. It condenses to pools of whitish fluid on the uneven floor. Sea sound fills the cave, strong and slow, like the long beating of a heart. On a square slab of coral, someone has set up a game of chess. The pieces are different from the ones used in London. You see the spiraling bishops, the corner roots, the ken, and the terrible cream. As you touch each one, a deep voice whispers its name. So we can either move a paw, the cat's paw perhaps, or the skin paw. This is a safe move. Or move a knight. The knights are fanged like lions. A touch will wound you. This is an aggressive move. Or leave. This is not a place to be. Let's make the aggressive move and move a knight. Ooh, the cavern breathes around you. That was piquant. Thank you are. It distracts from the pains of disillusion in, but I want so to dissolve. Will you help me? Sleep will not enough. I desire no dreams. Will you help? We did get a wound. The coral is changing, and we gained 2 iron. Let's offer assistance with disillusion. In the flow of air through the cavern, you hear the voice of the principals, languorously pleading. I offer an assistant, it flutes, and Centilac. You enjoy Centilac, aren't you? An assistant, a rubbery man, rises from a cyst in the floor. An iridescent cicatrice crosses its face. Even in this flood of silvery light, it pulses like a fevered moon. It shuffles closer. Short flyings, it wheezes, unprecedented, rubbery, capable of human speech, in however debased and pitiful a model. My emissary, the cave whispers. Treat it gently. The whisperer follows you back up the steps. Take it to the salt lions. So let's salt lions. For the Nicarus outcast. N-A-C-R-E-O-U-S. You'd think me, a friends at the table fan, would just know how to spell Naker, but I don't. I think if I go in here, it just, yeah. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that that's an officer, yes. Please be my cook. Alright, and with that, we travel onwards to uncharted territory. Oh wait, I have secrets to spend. I'm gonna spend all 5 of those on hearts, so that's just very quick. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now onwards. It'll be really funny if I go all the way south here and then it turns out that Chilenate is the farthest north. But I feel like, I could be wrong about this, but I feel like Chilenate is usually more south. Oh, is this the fucking spiders? Okay, content warning for spiders. A floating strand of web caresses your face. The air hints at spiders. This is Savior's Rocks. And yes, there's a guy. That is an enemy that I do not want to fight. Bad noises. Bad fucking noises. Where's the port here? I thought it was... No, I'm way too far north. Damn it. Here it is, there's the port. Oh, and I'm running low on fuel. Fuck. That's what I get for having my lights on the whole damn time. The Nativity. What a wonderful name. Alright. Savior's Rocks. The sound of their constant motion is like pebbles on a beach. The scuttering reaches. Intricate webs stretch into a darkness where the shadows are never entirely still. Gossamer threads stolen by the breeze tickle the goosebumps on your skin. 1,000 unseen eyes promise 1,000,000 more. So we can either bring light into the darkness or risk exploring without candles. I don't think I'm going to do either of those things. Thanks. We'll just go to preparing the Festival of Silk. The glumness of the Nativity is broken by the reds and golds of freshly hung banners. Spider-worshipping weavers and widows guide the traders in readying their celebration of gratitude to the generous neighbors that silently watch over them from the shadows. Let's try the Haunted Doctor. Please, I must leave this terrible place. The sorrow spiders will not take me back. Please. Welcome aboard. The Haunted Doctor hurries aboard the ship. He pauses, looking at the cursed wasteland of Savior's Rocks. The lady said I would never be able to get it back once it was thrown away. I see she was... Never mind. Is this my cabin? Yes. It is more than I deserve. I don't think that he is better than Heart 6, Pages 3. Yeah, no, I prefer the clattery air here. Let's try assisting with festival preparations. The assistance of an experienced captain and crew will hardly be turned down. Quiet murmurs of appreciation. The traders of the Nativity have little practice showing appreciation, but at least put in an effort. In particular, they not entirely accidentally let slip the secret of the Accord of Grace, a hospitality granted visitors by the generous neighbors of whom... of whom they will speak no ill. They do, however, hint that this only applies to travelers arriving through the port. Those unlucky enough to run aground on the rocks can consider themselves, but no, a sorrow spider might hear something they would, of course, never say. Oh, this won't cause problems at all. A delivery of trinkets. An almost entirely legitimate silk trader urgently requests your help with the delivery to Fallen London. I'm sure this won't be bad. Trinkets? Just trinkets, confirms the man, holding out the box. From inside comes a slight cracking sound. A hiss, a scratch that hints at a nail in wood. Trinkets, he repeats, not meeting your eyes. I'm not going to do that, but I will buy 5 supplies. That feels reasonable. Oh. And now we are headed south. So I know that I can sail off the edge of the map over here. If you've noticed, I stopped staying in the center, but I'm not going to do that right now because I have other things I want to do. That's not terrifying at all. We approach the Empire of Hands. Let us clasp our souls tight, lest the Pentecost apes take them from us. Oh, gonna not press the wrong button. This isn't going to cause problems at all. Sleep when you're dead, you're hurt. You really should be in bed. I am going to heal a wound. So if my wound gets too high, then I have a risk of dying, or it might be guaranteed that I die if my wounds get too high. I don't think there's a whole ton to do here, but let's at least check it out. Okay, so that's not true. There is a whole ton to do here. I don't want to spend the time to do it. Okay. A stern reminder from the Admiralty. In the name and by the power of her enduring majesty, a trade embargo and quarantine in absolute perpetuity has hereby been declared on the Empire of Hands. No ship of London is to permit aboard a Pentecost ape without express and prior permission of the Admiralty. Any and all acts of spiriphage are prohibited. They know what they did. Beware of stowaways. Keep a tight grip on your soul. Excerpt from Standard Naval Regulations, Volume 4. Have I said I don't know how to read Roman numerals? I don't know how to read Roman numerals. I kind of know how to read Roman numerals. Not well, though. Okay. The flea-ridden mare. With regulations in mind, it is a surprise to be greeted by a mere itchy monkey in a tattered yellow robe, barely walking with the help of a ceremonial staff. An official greeting. "Hello," cries the mayor, in the broken voice of one not yet used to human speech. "Come, make selves at home. All souls welcome in bountiful Empire of Hands." The crew shifts uncomfortably. They know the stories. It will take more than the natural beauty of this place to make most of them risk shore leave here. So I have to do a bunch of things to get a port report. So I'm just gonna head out. Because I don't super want to spend all of that time. Oh, that's not Mount Nomad, but that is a bad thing. A savage lorn fluke. Alright, next time I get to a light buoy, I'm stopping and checking. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say, next time I get to a light buoy, I'm stopping and checking for ports, but apparently not. And now we enter the calumnies. There's a wild and glorious scent in the air, a kind of light. Why do sailors fear this place? I believe this is where Estival is. Yes, it is. I think this is... No, that's not true. Okay, I was gonna say I think this is one of the places where being close to the land doesn't help you, but that is not the case. Oh, port's on the other side of the island. Can I get a sunlight-filled mirror catch box? Since I don't have anything, I can. Okay. Estival. Sun. A great beam of sunlight bathes the island. Squint into the dazzle. Far above, there's a hole in the roof. In that light, you see beaches of white gold sand, trees heavy with bright fruit, the reds and blues and greens of the surface. So we can, we have investigate the ruins, fill a mirror catch box, gather supplies, go beachcombing, and compile a port report. I am tempted to fill a mirror catch box, but I don't remember if I have an immediate use for this, whereas I do have an immediate use for the empty mirror catch box, so I'm not actually going to do that, but I will gather supplies. The jungle here bursts with life. Exotic delights, breadfruit, sugarcane, coconut, soft-shelled crabs, and plump birds too stupid to know a hungry sailor from a tree. Estival is ripe with treasures unknown in the neath. Fill your hold. We got 8 supplies out of that, which is really good. Let's also compile a port report right fast. The light scars. A burning afterimage. Your eyes water, the pages blur. The report is one of joy-filled complaint. Estival has a beauty too bright to be appreciated, but perhaps the Admiralty can find something of use. And let's investigate the ruins. There was some sort of installation here, and what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here, and what happened to them? Red bird singing. A garden overgrown with berry bushes. A wooden trestle table, set for a meal. Chairs strewn with bones. A half-dozen skeletons. A red-breasted bird perches on a grinning cranium. It cocks an eye at you and bursts into song. A liquid, thrilling sound. It seems unperturbed as you approach to poke through the bones. No signs of violence, no fire, no bullets, no bites. These people died peacefully, sitting down to breakfast as the surface sunlight spilled over them. Sunlight can kill at any time. The longer you remain here, the more danger you're in. So why did they stay? Perhaps they stayed because Estival is as beautiful as anywhere in the Neath, and 10 times as generous. It's a fine place for a colony. You could found your own pocket kingdom if you could do something about the sun. But what? What has power over sunlight? What makes the impossible possible? So, to found a colony, bring something to Estival that can protect against sunlight. Which is a hidden ambition. Colonize and improve Estival to found your own kingdom. And we also gained a memory of distant shores. I'm not going to fill this mirror catch box. There is, of course, no shops here because there are no people here. Let's keep heading south. Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry about that. I got a note in OBS that said encoding overloaded. Hopefully the rest of this episode exists, but you know, who knows? I'm still gonna record it, though. Oh, the Chilenate! Hooray! Okay, we are at Tussler's channel. If I remember correctly, if I go through that, it increases terror a lot. But you know, I'm already in a fog, so who knows? I feel like the Chilenate has the creepiest music. The Gant Pull is some distance to the southwest. Okay, going this way. Chilenate, a shell as big as a wild dream. The Chilenate. Waves lap the slabby sides of a vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. Chilenites loaf on wooden docks around the shell sides, staring sullenly. Lamps hang like decorations in a festive butcher's window. All around you, the sea is rank with scraps of ancient flesh. Okay, so we will start with allow the plausible surgeon to go ashore here. Oh my word, look at these scars, look at these stains. Release me from my contract, Captain, I beg you. I've saved up enough to compensate you. Let's go. A pocket full of echoes. The surgeon is as good as his word. Hands trembling, he counts out the coins and whispers a little secret he picked up back in London. He's vague about why he didn't mention it before. He collects knives and instruments. He collects his knives and instruments, heads into the shell, and is gone. So you've lost a surgeon, but we've gained 200 echoes and 1 strategic information. Let's compile a port report. How does one express the very striking smell? The limits of meaningful expression. No matter what details you try to record, the stench creeps in around the edges of the sentences. The Chilenites, watchful despite the reek. Movement among the miasmic scraps of long-abandoned monster carcass. Frequent duels where the stink is thickest. And let's... Ooh, tales for the bone. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. Cannot do this. Z story. Hunting trophy. Get an outlandish artifact. Alright. Help Maybe's daughter search for her mother. I couldn't understand why she came here to begin with, but she gestures around you at the design sketched on hide and scratched on stone. It's all tattoos, the alphabets of bone and flesh. That's what our family keeps coming back to. She frowns. Our family is strange in every way imaginable. We have a 16% chance of finding her mother here. We succeeded! Oh my god. Okay, she was here last week, but you follow the daughter's stunned gaze. A woman in a lilac gown strolls past the doorway slit of the Bone Men's shrine. Her features bear an unmistakable resemblance to your officers. We should talk, she says to the daughter, quite calmly. The daughter assembles the rags of her composure with remarkable speed. Excuse us, she says. We succeeded in learning about the mother, and we found her mother. Just how far can you trust her? Maybe a mother. The daughter leaves with the woman in lilac. You see nothing of them for the rest of the night, but in the morning the daughter returns, her eyes bright with purpose. Show me your tattoo, she demands. The Wheel of Mists. You mean this? I got a tattoo much earlier on. Let's see what this is about. Oh, I've seen that one before. That's Clatherman's work, isn't it? I bet they told you we are not the messenger, but the message. Well, you're the message today. The daughter's grin is not quite sane. My mother forged an alliance with the bazaar. That's how she came to learn the great signs, that tattoos no one wears. We must return to London. That is, please, can we return to London? Please. We must find Penstock, who watches the secret wicket gate of the bazaar. Okay. So let me cross out all of these and write down Penstock, London. Penstock. Yes. Took the Brazil surgeon to the chelinate. All right. Ooh, that night, you walk beside a river of serpents, through a green and fervid jungle, beneath an orange sun, in the company of a tiger. It watches you with weary, humorous eyes. Speak with the tiger. I understand you've become involved in my daughter's intrigues. Well, you look like the sort who can take care of yourself, but let me repay you as best I may. Ooh. Okay, Tiger Tales. This cat walks in the mirror marches at the edge of dream. Consequently, it sees many and curious things through mirrors. It shares them with you as you walk with it beside the writhing river. When you wake, you remember them clearly. So we gained a strategic information, another memory of distant shores, and another secret. Neat. Let's spend those secrets really quickly. At this point, Hearts is still the furthest behind. So I will bump up Hearts 3 times. Alright. And from here, I'm just gonna go straight across. Well, yeah, because the only reason I needed to go to Port Carnelian was for Maybe's daughter. I don't need to do that anymore, so yes, I'm just gonna go straight across. Oh, wait. Can I get more fuel here? No, but I could get sticky and ivory. Okay. Can I buy 7? I can buy 7. Love to do math. Okay. Glad I thought about, the fuck do you call it? The thing, fuel for long enough to see that I could get ivory. I'm kind of hoping that I have enough fuel to make it all the way to the Iron Republic where I can get fuel for cheap. And I do know that, like, I can turn supplies into fuel and stuff like that, too. So, I should be able to make it home. I'm just a little anxious about it. I'm just gonna stop by the Isle of Cats and not Visage, just 'cause. Oh. Yeah. I'm scared of this shark. I have died to this literally this shark before. Okay, Port Cavendish. I'm just going to, again, Oh, I could sell sunlight here. Okay, but again, I really want... And I only have a 29% chance of succeeding. Okay, I am glad that I did not choose to do that. Let's get this port report. Check if I can buy any fuel. That's very expensive. I don't want to. Turn the light off because I'm still a little worried that shark will spot me. Okay. Gonna pause in this really quickly to see if my Z-Bat will find me any ports. That's a no. Alright. I figured that would be the case. We're very close to the Isle of Cats for there to be another port. Something forgotten is here. Oh, is this where the fucking eye is? Recurring nightmare watched. Love this one. Still don't feel like I have enough hearts to go deeper, so let's flee. We succeeded. Gained 4 terror. That is draining fuel too quickly for me to be comfortable with. So if I go like up around this one, up around the next one, and then down around the one after that, I'll get to the port. I guess I could have gone down around this one, but that's fine. Once again, this game is so pretty. Everything about this game is just great. Let's fight this pirate frigate. 'Cause I can, you know. Nice. 2 supplies and 2 fuel. And some parabola linen. Which is a thing I'm looking for. Oh, I'm not looking for that anymore because I have sticky and ivory. But that's fine. I can also sell parabola linen. Alright. Mangrove College. A steaming sprawl of parasynthetic vegetation and a village, barely a village, old walls, roofs in disrepair, stilts leaning dangerously. It looks to have been assembled by drunks in a hurry. Dock carefully. Let's pick up a passenger. She wants to go to Gator's Morn. We're not going to do that right now. We can do that later. Compile a port report. And let's gather supplies. You don't have the time to stop and rest, but you can gather plenty of supplies. The college members will grumble, but there's enough to go around. Ah, shit. That's fucking rude. I don't need the parabola linen. Well, that was great fun. Love that. And so close to... Oh, no, not close to using up another fuel. Right. Right, south another bit to get this other line of squares as I do. The first while that I played this game, I didn't think about the fact that, like, exploring new places gets you secrets. And I took the option when your captain dies to get the previous captain's chart like every time for like 5 captains in a row, and then I was like, I don't understand why I'm not getting progression, and the answer is because I'm not doing the thing that gets me progression. Which I guess makes sense. I guess. You know how it is. It's more fun to re-explore every time anyway, now that I've, like, actually tried it. The water is sluggish with hyphal threads. Violet vegetable bulks break the surface. Myceligia? I keep coming upon words in this game that reveal that I, like, actually am not so familiar with saying English words out loud. I mean, obviously, I'm very familiar with saying English words out loud, but specific ones. Okay. The Utter Shroom. Gather intelligence. Visit the village. No shops. Head on to the Devils, where I can get very cheap fuel. I can definitely afford to keep my lights on between here and the Iron Republic. If I can't, then, well, what the fuck ever. I guess there's no point in having my lights on in a fog bank, though. Sizzling vapors rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. A coil of rope has stung a stoker, and his fellows beat it to death. We are under the hand of the Iron Republic. Talking and forgetting where to put my fingers. Let's compile that port report. And buy some fuel. Just fuel until we're all full up. I'm kind of tempted to go out to Demo Island. Yeah, instead of... Right, Adam's Doom is there. Anyway, I'm gonna go swing out to Demo Island and then up to Hunter's Keep instead of just going straight up the fucking coast. That's the word. Coast. But yeah, I have secrets. Okay. Iron we could use more of, but I feel like both of the iron ones require... Oh no, I don't have secrets. I thought I had secrets. I don't have secrets. Never mind. Ignore everything I've just said. Gotta actually get far enough over to fill in this square. Okay. There we go. Little ships throng the waters here. The crew grow wistful. They swap old stories of sunlit sea. We draw near to the Cumaean Canal. Well, the way to the surface. Oop. Let's get you. Got spider silk. Here, the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near reaches. Demo's Gate, named for a navigator lost above. How did his bones come below? Let's explore Demo Island. Close crowded thickets of Boligus and Skirley. The Iron and Misery Company fells them daily, but they grow back almost as fast. The interior of the island is dark and wild. A shadowy predator. It's the little things. The click of a sliding stone where there should be silence. A motion in the shadows as if they were thick stirred like ink. A lull in the cries of the Z-bats. Something is watching you, drawing closer hour by hour. You and your crew draw back to back, watching the darkness. So we can either wait, watch, and end it with a 34% chance of success, or capture it alive with a 19% chance of success, or retreat to the ship. I am going to retreat to the ship. We were unlucky. We've gained 5 terror, lost a crew, and gained a tale of terror. And now I can't reduce my terror by talking to the dude. Okay. So I'm going to break format somewhat for the very end of this. I was gonna go straight up to Hunter's Keep and then go, instead of like stopping in at London, but instead I'm going to stop in London to get my fear to reduce, and then go up to Hunter's Keep. Literally just fast enough in London to get the fear to go down to 50. Because I don't remember if the tireless mechanics thing pops my fear up more. So then I'll go to Hunter's Keep. I'm not stopping by Mutton Island. There's very little to do there right now, and I'm anxious about getting back. avoiding that abyss as hard as I can. Okay, I might turn in. Yeah, I'm gonna turn in a few port reports before I go north. This is much closer than I prefer to be. Okay, take that breath of relief, collect some messages. Just really quickly, sell the Stygian ivory. Murder. Okay, all these are lessons, contours of history. There will be scholars and marvelers, but enough of that. I have another task for you. So either Muttersalt or Devil Bone Dice. Great, I can do both of those things, but really quickly pass these on since I have them, and I'm here, and then I'm just gonna submit like 3 port reports. That was 4, but that's fine. And then head out. Again, this is literally just to do the tireless mechanic story thing. That's my only goal here. Get a port report really quick, and then no. Oh, what do I need? Still need a Z story. Ugh, that's so annoying. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. I guess I'm fucking not doing that. I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Oh my god. Where the hell do I get Z stories? I will look this up later. When I'm not annoyed about it. Didn't I have this exact problem at the end of the last episode too? Yeah, I definitely had this exact problem at the end of the last episode. Oh my god. Okay, well, with that, let's do our return to London's thing. Right, gotta collect messages first. Ooh, a visit to the bazaar. She's down the gangplank as soon as she's docked. I need to talk to Penstock, she says. The land agent. The one at the bazaar. She hesitates. She bites her lip. Will you come with me? So we can either go with her. Penstock's land agency. A modest office in an immodest location. Hard against the eastern flank of the bazaar. That spired fortress of commerce that towers over London. Penstock stoops like a clerk and coughs like a miner, but his eyes are very wise. Or we can let her go alone to an uncertain fate. You might never see her again. We fucking... Let's do it. The sundered sea. There is another sea beneath the bazaar, Penstock declares. A paler sea. Yes, I would imagine you might make the bargain your mother made. Yes, I helped her go down there. But she took a terrible chance even then, and the bazaar is not well. Not now. Are you certain? Okay. The daughter follows Penstock back into the shop, to a redly lit grotto hollowed from the bazaar's carapace. A heavily chained cage lift awaits you there. It must descend into the most secret spaces of the bazaar. Penstock's wicked, she says. He has an understanding with the bazaar. He let my mother pass through, long ago, to make her bargain. Now I will follow. Is that really such a good idea? Such a terribly good idea? So we can either discourage her from passing through the wicket. She has wanted this for so long, but you've known her long enough to realize that beneath her bravado, she is genuinely terrified. Or let her go down under the bazaar. I want to match my mother, she says reasonably. I want to learn the great signs. The courier, the bazaar, is the only one who will teach me. I have to go. There is a possibility that she may never return. So, I don't need her. Like, I already have a doctor that I prefer the stats of. I am gonna let her go down under the bazaar. An ascent. The cage rises, rattling into view. Your officer is shivering, caked with lumps of something like ivory-colored snow, but grinning brilliantly. The sundered sea, she cries. The bazaar. Oh, he's so much more than any bazaar. My mother, I have back what she took from me. She taps you playfully on the shoulder as you haul back the lift door. Thank you. Here's a little present I picked up on the shore. Did she get what she wanted? Oh, yes, and so much more. I have one more tattoo now, but it's one that no one ever will see. She passed through the wicket and has achieved an understanding with the bazaar. We no longer have Maybe's daughter. We now have Maybe's rival. Interesting. Let's check out our officers and see what she has to say. Veils +7, iron +6. That is much better. Let's talk to her and see what happens. Oh, I can't. Okay. I need considerably better veils. That's fair, I guess. Okay. And then we have trinkets. Just trinkets. The man waiting is not a cultist. He is just another ordinary citizen. Let me tell you, most cultists, ordinary citizens. Wearing a silken blindfold. In a few years, perhaps everyone will be wearing them. Deliver the trinkets to the waiting man. Still a firmly sealed crate of what are absolutely not sorrow spider eggs. Well, that's a relief. Or maybe you just got lucky? Either way, they made it. So did you. Someone else's problem now. What was the address on that crate? The Shuttered Palace? On second thoughts, it hardly matters. We did get 100 echoes for that. Great. Wonderful. Love it. Okay, yes, I already talked to him. They wanted to speak to me. Okay, never mind. Let's check out London. I don't have a need to put the ship in. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of port reports to... Yeah! I have a bunch of port reports to submit without misclicking. Ooh, I succeeded. I got 50 echoes to succeed at submitting the Shepherd Isles as fact. That's neat. I'm kind of worried. Yeah, I might have enough port reports that I don't have any more hold space, which is like the exact problem that got me to... Well, that was perfect, actually, but that's the exact problem that got me to the position that I was in. I can sell this spider silk. I don't want to sell the claymen. Do I get more? Yeah, I just get the vibe. Neat. Okay. I don't think there is anything else that I have to do here. Let's read the morning papers. Let's rest in our elegant townhouse. Get more restful nights, lose some terror. I don't want to drop off the claymen. Oh yes, and turn in this great game move and check Mount Palmerston. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna say thank you for watching this episode 8 of Salt Plays Sunless Sea. I hope you had a great time, and I will see you later. Goodbye. Nope, that's not the right button.